feels like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And I want to win more, and more, and more!
Oh yeah, it's the champ. Let's go!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Plastic Power Podcast. This is Starblast Studios alongside Daredevil 19 and Champ Animations. And Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc, came to an explosive finale. And it was one hell of a finale. We're going to be talking about that here today on this episode. I am very, very excited for it.
I could tell you started reading the manga where it let off at.
That cliffhanger, bro. Yeah. At this point, like the Demon Slayer, like the arc was a good arc, right? It wasn't like, as insane, I think, as the other arcs. I actually, thinking about it, I might have liked it a little bit more than the Swordsmith Village arc, not because of I liked the lore. They did a great job with like all the lore that they added in.
You learn.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times
you learn about the Hashira.
Yeah, and a lot of times I think with Demon Slayer, it was mostly like those previous arcs were mostly just about killing the demon and Tanjiro trying out something. I like that we got a little bit more lore and such involved with it. It was a fun arc.
Yeah, they needed to do that too because now we're coming up to the end of it and it's like, geez, feel like it just started. And that's what Champ was saying. I think when we were doing the Swordsmith Village arc episodes, that it feels like it just started and it's coming close to an end. But you learned, you still didn't really learn about Obanai, the serpent Hashira with the mask covering his mouth. Mm-hmm. I believe we'll see something of him, but like you learned of Guillaume, you learned a lot of Giyu and why he acts the way he acts. Mm-hmm. Even Sanemi, you learned about Genya. You know that they're brothers, and Sanemi looked like he tried to kill him. I hate
Sanemi so much. I hate him.
He's just the Bakugo and Vegeta of Demon Slayer, pretty much. Like a Inosuke in a way.
Yeah, I definitely know that I'll soon love him, but it's oh god, he's such a.
But I like how Tanjiro stood up to him too. But we had episode 1, which came out in theaters, and we had to wait a few months. And then episode 2 was them beginning training, right? With Tengen. Yeah. They even added stuff that wasn't in the manga.
Episode 1 was the meeting of the Hashiras, and then 2 was training with Tengen.
We had already done an episode on episode 1 of this arc when it first aired in theaters. So if you guys are curious about more detailed thoughts on that, make sure you just, check for that, look for that podcast.
Yeah, there'll be like a link right over here or somewhere or down in the description below.
Yeah, so, but they added a little more because I don't believe Tengen really fought Tanjiro, and they added that in the anime, which was pretty cool. But you could see, even with his one arm, he's still a badass. And even Tanjiro's like, holy shit, even with one arm, he's still this powerful. But that was cool, them adding that in. But that was a fun part.
Dude, I like how Murichiro and Tanjiro now have a better understanding connection, where it's now they feel like actual kids again when they hang out. You see Murichiro just light up when he sees hey buddy. I'm just dude, he went from to hey.
He is younger. He's younger than Tanjiro. He's like a year or two younger than him.
Yeah,
or a year younger or something.
I love that. Honestly, their relationship, their friendship is just just so wholesome. I love it.
Even that when Tengen first saw him too, his eyes lit up oh, Tanjiro, the ones Tanjiro met before, because even Mitsuri was like that. They're real friendly with him, but the ones that
Missouri's friendly with everyone. That she didn't really change that much.
But once he got to Obanai, you could see that Obanai and Mitsuri kind of have a little thing going. But once he got up to him, he was just treating him like a piece of crap. He did. He was really beating the shit out of Tanjiro when he was training him. And then he went to Sanemi, and Sanemi was brutal. And then Zenitsu. He's I had to crawl out of here. And you see him crawling around like Spider-Man. It's what the hell's wrong with you? I'm so scared.
I'm excited for what they're gonna end up doing with Zenitsu because of what they imply. I'm not gonna obviously. I did read the manga and such, but Zenitsu's gonna be fantastic. You know, the next arc coming. But like before even knowing about that, like Zenitsu, like I was actually, I think, you know, so funny during like all the different Hashira trainings and such. Like he was like so they added in like this one detail. I can't remember what's the name of the blind Hashira. He's the strongest one. Yeah, Guillaume. So the anime. So I know I'm skipping a little bit episodes, but I was looking at this thread that compared how the anime adapted the manga, and so what was funny was that when Zenitsu was going to lie down on the boulder to, like, you know, warm himself up after being under the waterfall for so long, it was actually an anime only exclusive detail where he used the lightning breathing to just like go zoom to the boulder. It made it so much better. I just appreciated that episode a whole lot more.
And then if you noticed at the end, he's usually he'd be freaking out, falling in some random thing like that, and he just looked like a straight up badass. Like he looked the most badass out of the Hashira and everybody falling in the Infinity Castle.
He was the most calm. He was ready. He's
ready. He's ready to do what he has to do.
I'm
whatever
genuinely
you read
really
in that
curious.
letter that.
Oh, go ahead.
Go. Oh no. Okay.
You want to know what's in that letter? You're curious.
No, I do not. I don't want to know yet.
No, you're curious, to find out what it is.
But I am curious because whatever he read in that letter, it snapped him, and then something just snapped. Something inside of him. He didn't care anymore. He didn't care about being better than Tanjiro.
He's like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
He didn't care about being a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, so that'll be fun once you see that, champ. But yeah, me and Starblast already know. But you'll like it. It's good.
Yeah. We'll find out in a movie. Well, a trilogy of movies, apparently. I know I'm skipping a little bit ahead about the announcement, but yeah, we're getting a trilogy of movies for, I guess, this whole new arc. Or is it the last arc? Or
I think it's covering. Yeah, it's going to cover the rest of Demon Slayer. But I'm sure they're going to turn it into like anime episodes and break it up as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, they want to capitalize off making bank off Demon Slayer. I think the creator should come back and write another story, but that's another episode. I don't know when they're going to come out. I feel like they should come out like months apart, because if you make people wait a year for each movie, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's going to burn out.
We've waited years.
Yeah, because it's insane because they animate.
I think Attack on Titan is like actually like a great example for this, because when it came to the movies, despite how long we waited, the hype was still real when it came to Attack on Titan. Like, and I think the fandom was very much used to like waiting, because season 1 and 2, 5 years apart, insanity.
That's like One Punch Man. One Punch Man is 5 years apart every season. It's ridiculous. It's like, why be a fan if you're gonna make people wait that long? It's pretty messed up.
Yeah,
especially when something's that popular and you make them wait 5 years for the next addition to the story. It's like, what the hell? So,
well, the cool thing is that with Ufotable, they are known for having like a very good, well-treated environment for the animators. You know, so they're not unlike Mappa, but like I'm really hoping that because of this environment that they have, that essentially that the work they probably already have. A good chunk of these, like, they probably already have the production of the movies done, but they're just not able to show it yet.
One's probably done already.
It could be very much so. Yeah, that can very much be the case. Okay, so let's go ahead and rewind back. So the thing that the interesting thing that I found, like, among the Hashiras was, I believe, what was his name? I think
which Hashira?
Which Hashira? I think it was
Serpent. Gyu?
Gyu, yeah, Gyu.
Yeah, so he had a good episode.
I really liked his episode, because his connection and such to the
Sabito,
and the backstory. Yeah. So like, it caught me off guard that he had such a connection to the characters that we saw that helped Tanjiro essentially go and cut the boulder. Like, you know, their souls and such. Like, but it's like, it actually made me enjoy his character more, because you understood by that point that he's a character who's essentially, like, you know, being held back and reserved because of guilt. Like, he doesn't feel like he deserves to be the Hashira. He doesn't feel like, you know, he should be where he's at because someone else who got killed by a demon had more potential than him.
Yeah.
And like, and of course he did not, like, he only survived because that person sacrificed themselves for him, and they were ultimately stronger. So it's like, you have such, it makes me understand, because he has such a big burden on his hands, and despite how strong he is, despite how much better he got, he cannot escape that guilt. It's a relatable thing, and I love that. Like, it's a very well written character.
Until Tanjiro.
Bro, Tanjiro
is ignoring him 24/7. He's like, I'm coming in.
Yeah. Well, Yubayashiki Kagaya, their master, he told Tanjiro, like, don't let up on him, just keep going until you get through to him. And Tanjiro's like, okay. But, shit, what was I gonna say?
He just has that stupid grinning face. He's like, hey, you want to talk about now? What about now? And it's like, oh my god.
And also, the way Giyu acted, even the Hashira, like, looked at him that way, like he was, like, better than everybody else, but really it was the total opposite. Mm-hmm. Like, the way he came off, his vibe was to him. Even, like, Sanemi was like, oh, you think you're better than us in the first episode. And that's when Guillaume did the clap, and everybody was like, oh, shit. Oh, how do you guys like that Guillaume doesn't use a sword?
I really like that. It means that, it goes to show just how strong he is. Like, he doesn't need a sword.
Yeah.
He can handle much stronger weapons than that. Like, that big, like, ball and chain. I don't know what you call that thing.
I guess a mace on a chain.
Okay, yeah,
I don't know what it's something like. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And then he has the axe or the hatchet on the other end. But I saw people comparing when Tengen fought Gyatoro, and then when Muzan and Guillaume were fighting, and it was like very similar. It's like, oh shit, Ufotable's really on point when it comes to this stuff. But he was fighting Muzan kind of one-on-one in a way, but not really, because Muzan was kind of in a trap.
Yeah, that was crazy, especially when, oh my god, the master, I forget how to pronounce his name.
Kagaya.
Yeah.
I just say Kagaya. I don't know how to pronounce his other name. Shiki or something.
But like he's like, he knew Muzan was coming for him, and he's like, yo, I just want to chat, homie. Like, what's your life goals? Tell me, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go on vacation? And he's like, listen, let me tell you, my family is like, we hate you because you put a curse on our family. Like, dude, we don't live until like up to our 30s, So I'm glad you're here, because, and then he's like, brings out his kids. They do some creepy like Nightmare on Elm Street shit with the ball. It's like, I'm like, dude, what the hell? I thought they were going to start reciting 1, 2, Freddy's coming for me. And Muzan's just like, what are you?
It was in like slow motion. Then hitting the ball back and forth was in slow motion.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just get into details of the finale here. This is like, I've been waiting for this whole episode.
Yeah.
So I felt like, it was an interesting way that they essentially, tackled into Muzan's morality. Like, even if you die, the feelings and such of the people that passed away, like, they still exist. They're still there. They're motivators and such for the demon slayers to continue to utilize in order to beat Muzan.
You mean demons? Demon slayers.
Yeah, the demon slayers.
I thought
He was talking about humanity in general, like,
yeah. And then he said, "You stepped on the tiger. You stepped on the tiger's tail way too many times, and finally awakened the dragon." Like, shit like that, bro. That's alpha right there.
And then it showed all the Hashira and stuff. Yeah.
It was such a cool thing. It's like, and then he goes like, "Okay, yes, our feelings are live on, but with you, Muzan, if you die, there's going to be nothing left." And he just gets pissed off. He's like, "Shut up."
No, he was like, if you die, all the demons die with you, and he was kind of guessing it, and like a gust of wind came. Yeah, and then he told him to shut up, because I guess
there's no legacy
true.
for him. His entire legacy is going to be gone. That's why he wants to keep on living. There's going to be no evidence and such throughout history that the demons even existed by the time.
And he mainly really went there to find Nezuko.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, I don't know if he went there specifically to find Nezuko, but like, he definitely was used properly as bait.
Yeah. That's who he wants right now, Nezuko, because once he absorbs her, he'll complete what he wanted to, which is he won't die in sunlight. That's what every demon is afraid of the most, sunlight, because that's what kills him eventually.
So the episode continues. So Muzan puts out his hand, and you just hear like the music is like, okay, shit's gonna happen. It cuts to all the Hashiras, like they're all scared for him and everything, right? They're like thinking his name out loud. You hear their thoughts, and then Muzan is like, Hanny, you get like this slow motion pan around them, and you just see like fire going on. And I'm thinking when I first see this episode, I was like, oh wow, Muzan's about to just like not just destroy him, but this entire building. You know, he's about to use some like crazy extra like powers on it. It was like, all right, I'm not just like, I'm going to burn you to ashes. And then the explosion happens.
Slow motion of
it's a freaking beautiful explosion. You even get to see the snowflakes that are falling get burnt because of evaporated because of the heat, like insanity. Yeah. And then Muzan's body goes flying out. Like, wait, what? So that wasn't him? And you're just like, bro, this man blew himself up and his family to hurt Muzan.
They agreed to it though.
Yeah, they did. It was insane. Well, actually, I don't know if they agreed to it, but like, cause they leave it up like ambiguous. I mean, I'm going to assume that they probably said something about it later in the manga, but yeah, it's insane. Just like Muzan is like, oh my god, you see like this wonderful animation of him regenerating, which is like top tier. So
I love
good.
the way his voice sounded too. Yeah. They made his voice like really like raspy and demonic and shit. And it fit him more than what his voice really sounds like. He's like, I'm not even going to try to recreate it. But it was cool watching him regenerate. Because then you've seen... Go ahead, Jan.
It reminded me of Attack on Titan, how the Titans regenerate. That was pretty cool. I like to see that, like, just like... He's like... But not only did he like Kagaya like blew away Muzan, but like he also like put something in the explosion where there was like little shrapnels or whatever that were kind of like halt his regeneration or slow it down.
That to
I think it was made of the same metal. Yeah, it was made of the same metal that they used to make the Demon Slayer swords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was more effective. It's like slow down his regeneration and such. In the manga. It was like, it wasn't as brutal. The anime, they made it even more brutal, which I like the fact they made it look more rewarding and such. And then he regenerates. He's taking up all the metal off of him. And then he's like, damn. Then he looks around and you see like all of these like floating metal spheres and such like around.
Yeah.
And it's like, whose blood demon art is this? And then it activates, like he gets all like hit with spikes. And then Lady Tamago goes
even
in
the spikes like in him were expanding in his body, so it wasn't just going through him in his body as well.
He got shish kebab.
He did. And then
he's like,
he's like completely paralyzed, and then Tamago's going in like literally and literally, and so her hand like gets stuck into Muzan, but apparently she has like this sort of this medicine that turns people from like demons back into humans, and it's like there's nothing like that. I'm sure that's gonna like end up paying off somehow later, and so that ends up but what's happening is that at the same time as this going on, Muzan is absorbing her, so there's a lot of like things here at stake. So as
he absorbed her hand, and he's not letting go of her because what did he do? Did he punch her in the head or like shoved his finger in her head or something?
He shoved his finger in her head or something.
He was like clawing her and stuff.
He's like, "You're mine now, bitch." Yeah.
But then what's his name comes in with like the mace and then he doesn't just take off Muzan's head. It's like his it's like all the way down to his chest. His everything, his arms and such, like gone. Which just
and he didn't even use a breathing form either. Yeah, he didn't even.
No, he did rock breathing. Yes, he did. He used rock breathing and such to
he did that
to deflect
after
Muzan's attacks.
Yeah, but I'm saying when he knocked his head off, he didn't use a breathing form. But yeah, when Muzan shot his like veins or whatever at him, then he used a breathing form.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that
but
makes sense.
just one shot at him, but you saw how fast Muzan regenerated. It's like Jesus, and now you see
That
Muzan
that
can't be killed
regeneration
that
was
way.
that
Yeah,
regeneration was
that was
even
cool.
better than the first one. Like because you get to see his brain sticks out. It's like which is like so well detailed and shaded. Then you see like his like the bones come out
Skull.
turning into his
Yeah,
skull.
yeah.
Then his singular eyes coming out of that skull as the flesh and behind it is like coming back. And then you just see like this side of him and like his hair is growing. Beautiful. I can't express that. That is just
They
such,
really
like,
are
so
one of the
good.
best animation companies, period. Because they're just watching Demon Slayer is such like I guess I reward, like when you're watching it, it's just like a rewarding, satisfying, trying to think of the word,
Well, it's
experience, I guess.
yeah. Well, it's
You
like
know?
if you ever look at like the background art, like in the forest or when like they're in the
Yeah.
village, it looks almost like photorealistic, you know. And it just like
Yeah.
it's not like you can see like the characters can stand out like sometimes, but it's like not to the point. It blends in, you know. Like it just looks really good. Like it almost looks like oh my god, it's just like, oh wow, is this like a photo?
What else have they
just,
done?
Like, digital?
What else?
Cobble?
Yeah, what else have they done?
Ufotable, they
I'm not too sure.
I think they also animated, if I'm not mistaken, it's but before Demon Slayer they animated the Fate series, the Fate Grand Order.
Oh, okay. That was really well animated too.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched that, but I know it's like super well done.
Fate Stay Night's really good. The other ones I couldn't really get into, but Fate Stay Night's really good. So yeah, Guillaume does that. And Guillaume's like, Master was right. It's sunlight that's the only thing that's going to kill him. And then that's when all the Hashira finally arrive, and you see them all just standing there. And
what an
none
awesome
of them
scene.
know. Yeah, a lot of people are like, it's like the Avengers united. But none of them recognized who he was besides Tanjiro, and then Guillaume shouts, "It's Muzan! Muzan's here! Let's kill him!"
And they're like, "That's him." And they're like, and they pull out their swords. It's like, oh, they're ready. They are ready to take this man down. And then you just hear that.
Yeah.
Actually, the shot of Tanjiro just yelling, "Muzan!"
Yeah, so he's really fired up. But they're like probably a foot away or 2 feet away from him, and that's when you just hear, and then they're all like, "What the hell?"
They're falling into the Infinity Castle. And somehow this scene is like the best animated scene in the whole thing. Even better. I don't actually know if that's better than the explosion. You know what? I'm gonna put that. Just the angles, the camera angles, the panning,
I love
the fast
Infinity
shot.
Castle.
And then they added in like specifically that scene and such of oh my god, why can't I remember his name?
Inosuke? Zenitsu?
Inosuke, yes. And oh god, yeah. Inosuke, like my mind is drawing a blank today on all these names.
You see all the Hashira fall, then Genya.
Yeah. But the shot of Inosuke, but what I was trying to say was that the shot of Inosuke was an anime original scene that wasn't in the manga. So that they added that in, like, you know, as a funny thing for more detail, and I loved it. He's like excited, like, all right. You hear his like maniacal laughter, which I cannot replicate. You know,
Inosuke. He's just like. He's like, I don't care, bring them all on. Bring them all on.
Him and
I'm like, oh,
him and Zenitsu are the most ready. And out of all the Hashira, Guillaume was ready, but he was also like surprised too, because a lot of them were like shocked, surprised. They were all like confused, you know. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, she was scared. She was like, what's going on? Even the demons, like, because he transported, Muzan transported all of the Demon Slayer corpse into the Infinity Caster, so everyone's just dropping in, you know, all the rookies and everyone, and they're like, hold on, you know, they just see bodies flying through.
I love when the crows were flying.
Yeah, and you just see the demons going like looking outside. I'm like, oh god, god, here we go.
But then
all out war right now.
When the camera panned to like the crows and you just see Demon Slayers falling, you're like, what the? It just looks. I love when they go through the Infinity Castle. It's just super cool looking because I never really seen anything
so
like
trippy. Yeah, it's like so
Yeah,
trippy. It's
yeah.
like, the best thing we can describe it as is like it's basically like almost the
Doctor
back rooms,
Strange.
but Doctor Strange, like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, like just
It's
trippy,
like that, yeah.
never-ending, just crazy, just mess with your mind kind of thing,
Yeah, and then when Tanjiro had that little standoff with Muzan and they were talking shit to each other, that was really cool too. And he still has Muzan still at Tamayo. She's still stuck on him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tanjiro's ready to kill Muzan, but
Dude,
you obviously
he's
can't
like,
cut his head off.
Yeah, Muzan's like, you're all going to hell. And then Tanjiro's like, you're the one that's going to hell. He's like, oh yeah? Well, come and get me, Tanjiro, come on. Oh. And he's like, it's like, I will kill you. I was like, let's go.
I also liked how Giyu was just worried for Tanjiro while he was falling. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It seems like he's ready.
He's like the
I had
big
a
brother.
feeling that they were going to leave the episode on a cliffhanger, but I
I knew they
absolutely
were.
did not anticipate 8 minutes of credits. Like, I thought there would be more.
Yeah.
Like it's one of
What
those
the
things
hell?
where it's like, if you crave more, like, it's one of those things. But I was led on because of the time left on the episode to think that there was more. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Did you
I mean,
watch
episodes...
the ending, the Taisho arrow sequence they always do at the end?
I did. And which Rengoku came back in those things, which is like, what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with Mitsuri.
He's like, or his like spirit, his voice off stage, and they kind of like broke the fourth wall, and they looked off stage. And then they hear the music swelling up, like the dun, dun, and it's like now's the time, we have to kill Muzan. I'm like,
Oh yeah, we
let's
skipped
go.
something.
They
You,
better
I don't-
deliver on this hype, bro, and not
No, they-
lure it out with all these movies. Like, no, I'm talking about like a monthly release. I know they're gonna do the movies.
I don't
well.
think they're gonna do it every year. They can't. That's too ridiculous. Because it's pretty much an anime season. So I feel like all of it will come out within a year. All three of them. That's what I think. I mean, they might wait.
Here's what I think. I think
Oh no.
that
Oh no.
I think that we'll at the very least get 2 of them within a year. That's this is. I'm not gonna put my expectations so high and say like, okay, yeah, 3 a year. We'll get 2 within 1 year, and then another one next year.
Yeah, we might. So you're thinking
Something like
we'll
that.
probably get 2 in 2025, then the last one in 2026.
Yeah, I can see it working like that, because the thing is that when it comes to the movies, and the reason I'm actually gonna double back on like what I said earlier. I don't think that I'm not even sure if they even have like the other episodes, completely done yet. Like if they have like the movies really worked on as much as we think that they do, because the
They
thing
at
is,
least
even if
gotta
they
have
were to
one
have it
done.
done, but even if they were to have the movies done, right? Like, it also takes a while for them to like actually put that into like the box office, like into the movies, make sure that the whole thing is like ready and such. I know there's a process to it. Then it has to be out for like a specific amount of time between intersessions, so that they can have it be out and such for people to see. I don't know if I'm making sense here. If I'm explaining it too well.
Well, there's that, and then they have to think about that, like, it might come out in Japan first, and then you have the international market, and then it might.
Well, when
might
they
be maybe a little bit of a delay coming.
When they've been doing
States.
every like first episode in theaters, it seems like it's been coming out almost the same time as Japan, because we just had the English sub of it. We don't have the dub.
Yeah,
So they're not dubbing it. I mean, we're just getting it.
I mean, I'll be fine with English sub.
I'm
because
always
that's what
watching
I'm
the English
Oh,
sub,
yeah.
bro. I love it more than the dub.
Yeah.
On
Yeah. Also, we forgot to talk about. I missed this watching the episode, but then people kept posting it like all over Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Did you guys see the fight when Obanai and Sanami were fighting with the wooden swords, and then Mutachido walked in, and Mutachido fought both of them? Yo, Mutachido just went ham on them both. I'm like, what is going on? He's not even stronger than them, which is odd. They're stronger than him. So that, to me, I was like, what the hell's going on here? But he was really going ham on them. And then his crow's like, yeah, kick their ass.
I think
and then
that
Sanmei's like,
here's
shut up.
here's what I think. I think that during certain aspects of training, like, and I know this from working out, you don't go your full 100%. You save your 100% for times of which that matters and such. So I can see like he's probably going 100%. They're not, because they're trying to like make like their stamina stronger, like pacing and everything like that, their form. It's all that type of stuff.
But Obanai even looked like shocked at when he first just went past him. Obanai's like, what the? Because he like blew past them and went right after like Sanemi.
Was this in the manga too or no?
I don't remember. Because the Hashira training arc, I kind of like, I don't really care too much for it.
You read straight through it.
Yeah, I didn't remember every like detail, but not like the Infinity Castle.
I do wonder how long these movies are going to be, because
2 hours
guys remember
each.
how 2 hours? Is that how long
be.
the Mugen train arc was?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
it was like an hour and 50 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how long the arc is in the chapters. I think it's like what, like a few chapters long, like 50 chapters or something like that.
I don't even know. But remember when we got Mugen Train, they added an episode. It was 7 episodes long, so cut that episode out. 6 episodes. 2020, yeah, that's like an hour, 2 hours. So I feel like each movie should be close to 2 hours. Because they're going to break it up into a season and release that sometime afterwards. Because then they'll make more money off it.
It's crazy. I feel like SH Figure Arts, when you see how close Demon Slayer is, like it's on its last arc, they're really making figures for it like kind of late.
Way too late.
I mean, yeah, them and My Hero.
Even My Hero, that's super late. 7 seasons and you just started getting into it?
They might not even planned on really going that far with their line. They just want to get out a couple things to get a couple cash on it, and that's it.
Yeah, because
possibly.
Because My Hero is right now, they are announced the current seasons of the current looks of Bakugo and Midoriya, where he has like Gran Torino's like little yellow cape or whatever. Yeah, and he has like those red like bracelet things. I don't know what that is. That red sleeve on him. I don't know what Bakugo is going to look like. Maybe something's out of the latest season. But then with Demon Slayer, we've got Tanjiro, who's coming out this month in Japan. I don't know when Nezuko's coming out.
I think Nezuko should be next. And then Giyu's I forgot when Giyu is.
Coming out, yeah.
And then they haven't announced anything since.
So
I'm sure they'll announce maybe. I don't know why they would do Rengoku already, but they might. Or maybe it'd be interesting if they did Muzan. Nobody did Muzan yet, besides McFarlane. Yeah, like Buzzmod even hasn't even made Muzan. And Figma pretty much gave up. So,
that would be great if we get a Muzan figure. Like, that's an instant cop. We need more villains.
I just want... Yeah. Mm-hmm. They skipped Gyutaro, which pissed me off.
All right, well... I think, is this a good time to end the episode? I think we went over everything.
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything.
Well, all right.
Hold on,
last remaining thoughts. Yeah, what's up?
What do you think's gonna happen? I'm just interested to hear.
See, I don't know, because I don't want to be right, and then you guys be like,
we're not gonna. We will not confirm or deny anything.
We're not gonna. I'll just say interesting.
I just know one thing, that people are probably gonna die. There's gonna be some deaths in this. This is gonna be an all-out war.
Interesting.
Like, this is gonna be probably one of the best arcs in this show.
It's a dang good arc right now, that's for sure. I'm still in the middle of reading it, but I love it. Like, I will say that 100%.
Yeah, if you liked how the last episode was, and all the other arcs with,
That last episode, bro, they keep the hype going. Like, even as I'm reading the manga, it's just like it keeps it. I love it. I love it. And I'm gonna have a fun experience. Yeah, I'm gonna have a fun experience once they, go and adapt these fights I'm reading here.
I was going to say, like, what would you guys rank this, like, arc? Like, I know some people were like, oh, God, I'm not going to watch this arc. I'm like, if you didn't watch this arc, first of all, and you're just skipping to the Infinity Castle, you're freaking dumb. Watch this arc. It pays off. It's great. I give it a, 9.5 out of 10. It's great build-up to the lore. It's great build-up to what's coming,
Yeah.
I did end up liking
episode.
this arc. I did end up liking this arc more than the Swordsmith Village arc. Like, I think that to be honest, I feel like the last fight, the fight with the final Hashira did get a little too dragged out for me personally, just because they didn't really like.
The final demon.
Yeah, with the final demon, I didn't think it needed to go for that long, and it's just like they also like, okay, Tanjiro's about to come up.
I never liked that upper moon.
Yeah, that guy wasn't that.
To me, is the wackest Upper Moon. I liked Upper Moon 5 better than Mutachiro fought. Yeah, he was more interesting and just looked real
upper
creepy.
Moons that are left, they're much more interesting, and so you actually end up caring for these guys the more you know about them.
And they're the highest ranked.
Yeah, it makes reading it as right now as a manga much more interesting, which I'm sure is going to translate well to the anime once that gets adapted.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I do hope that you guys did enjoy it. Let us know what you guys thought of this entire arc down in the comment section down below, and we hope to see you guys there. Take care.
Till then.
You didn't say till then.